Farming is a family tradition for Dan Armstrong.
I've always farmed a little bit, raised corn and beans on a small farm here.
He lives and works on the farm his parents once owned, outside the small Illinois town of Metamora, just north of Peoria. Six years ago, Armstrong's farming partner, his 23-year-old son Joe, lost a battle with cancer. He tried to continue farming, but the income was barely enough to live on. So he turned to heavy equipment manufacturer Caterpillar, the biggest employer in central Illinois. Armstrong found a job in a machine shop, and life was good until earlier this year.
And now I'm going to be laid off probably in April. Got a notice of a permanent layoff coming up here, so.
Armstrong is one of 22,000 Caterpillar employees worldwide losing their jobs in the global economic downturn. Jim McConaughey is CEO of the Heartland Partnership, which promotes business in Peoria and the surrounding area. He explains that global demand for the heavy equipment Caterpillar makes has come to a standstill.
Its footprint is global, and it is the world leader in heavy manufacturing, heavy mining and trucking equipment, and has been sort of a bellwether for recessionary times and a bellwether for prosperity times. And we've enjoyed very much 7 years of prosperous growth, and then this downturn has, at least from a national perspective, created quite a stir.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
So much of a stir, in fact, that President Barack Obama paid a visit to the Peoria Caterpillar facility in February to promote his economic stimulus plan. During that visit, Dan Armstrong became the voice of those laid off. He was invited to introduce President Obama.
We need to get our jobs back, both here in Peoria and our country. And I know that all leaders standing here with us today are working very hard to do that.
The layoff will affect about 2,500 people in central Illinois. 1,500 of those jobs are on production lines. And the newly unemployed will lift unemployment in the area from 6.3% to roughly 7.3%. Despite the large numbers of people looking for work, McConaughey says Peoria is still doing better than other parts of the country.
We're in a recession, and it's raining hard here, but it is a very diversified number of jobs, and folks still need health care, and they still need banking services, and they still need retail, and we've got all those pieces put together in our economy.
Many available jobs require more training or education. That requires time, which is in short supply for Dan Armstrong. First, he needs to find a part-time job to make ends meet, and he needs to get ready to plant crops at a time when commodity prices have fallen.
It's hard to find a job now to take that place or that job right now, so just, my wife needs to get a more of a full-time job and help out too that way then, and she's doing what she can, so.
Despite the challenges, Armstrong manages to put a positive spin on the situation.
You just kind of keep busy and appreciate the things you do have. You got your health and your family, and you do what you got to.
And he's still hoping to be back on the job at Caterpillar in months rather than years. Kane Fairbaugh, VOA News, Peoria, Illinois.